Marriage will not give you what you didn't prepare for, it will only multiply what you carried into it. A rushed wedding without deep preparation is like building a house on sand. It may look beautiful for a moment, but it won't survive the storm. Preparation for marriage is not just wise, it is required. A wedding takes planning, but marriage demands pruning, patience, and purpose. If you enter a covenant without understanding its weight, you will struggle to carry what was meant to bless you. Preparation is not just a good idea, it's a divine necessity. A wedding can be planned in weeks, but a strong, godly marriage takes intentional preparation. You cannot enter a lifelong covenant on assumptions and emotions. You must build on understanding, discipline, prayer, and truth. To know the ingredients of a sweet and lasting marriage such as patience, forgiveness, honor, trust, and selflessness, you must prepare. Without preparation, you'll try to bake a lifelong covenant with missing ingredients and end up frustrated with the result. You can't know the metamorphosis of marriage, such as the shift from romance to responsibility, from attraction to deep companionship, and from infatuation to intentional love, without preparation. Seasons change in marriage, and only the prepared heart can transition with grace instead of confusion. To understand marriage dynamics such as submission without losing identity, leading with love and not control, and resolving conflict without causing more damage, you must prepare. Without wisdom, even small issues become wars and peace becomes a stranger. To trim unwanted weeds in a relationship such as manipulation, emotional immaturity, lies, disrespect, and lust, you must prepare. If you don't uproot these before the wedding, they'll choke your joy after the vows. To discern between infatuation and true compatibility, you must prepare. Without discernment, you may call a red flag romance and enter into regret disguised as love. To build emotional stamina for the hard days, you must prepare. Love is tested in the valleys, and preparation teaches your heart to endure with grace. To understand the sacredness of covenant over convenience, you must prepare. When trials come, it's your understanding of covenant that holds you, not your fleeting feelings. To avoid copying toxic marital templates from childhood or culture, you must prepare. Without healing, you'll repeat patterns you promised yourself you'd never walk in. To break soul ties with people you're no longer meant to be connected to, you must prepare. Preparation includes deliverance, detachment, and realignment with destiny. To master communication that heals instead of harms, you must prepare. Words can either bind your hearts or build invisible walls. Preparation teaches you to speak life. To carry spiritual maturity that intercedes rather than complains, you must prepare. Some battles in marriage are won on your knees, not through arguments. To be content in your identity before sharing your life with another, you must prepare. A marriage where one partner constantly seeks validation becomes emotionally exhausting. To understand intimacy as more than sex, as vulnerability, trust, and safety, you must prepare. Without this depth, physical union becomes empty rather than meaningful. To set healthy boundaries with in-laws, friends, and external influences, you must prepare. A prepared couple knows when to protect their union and when to seek godly counsel. To lead or support a spouse spiritually, emotionally, and practically, you must prepare. A spouse is not just a lover, they're a life partner, and that role requires readiness. To navigate financial responsibilities with unity, vision, and wisdom, you must prepare. Love cannot pay bills, but planning, discipline, and teamwork can. To identify emotional baggage and trauma that needs healing, you must prepare. If you ignore your past, it will silently sabotage your future. To handle life transitions such as childbirth, career shifts, relocation, or loss, you must prepare. These seasons stretch a couple and only prepared hearts bend without breaking. To embrace accountability and correction without pride, you must prepare. Marriage will confront your flaws. Preparation helps you grow from it, not resist it. To understand the spiritual weight of marriage as a ministry, not just a milestone, you must prepare. Marriage is a mirror and a mission, and preparation reveals both. To avoid dragging third-party voices into your marriage, you must prepare. Every ear doesn't deserve to hear your union's struggles. Preparation teaches privacy with wisdom. To cultivate deep friendship with your spouse, not just duty, you must prepare. Lovers may come and go, but friends endure. Marriage needs both. Love without sacrifice is shallow, and so is marriage without preparation. You can't carry ego, selfishness, and control into a covenant built on surrender, service, and grace. Marriage will test your heart in ways romance never will. If you're not prepared to lay down parts of yourself, you're not ready to build with someone else. Preparation isn't a punishment, it's a way of preparating before the vows, and the convene it. Please don't skip the process of preparation, else you'll lack the effective tools for a successful marriage. Embrace it, and you won't regret it. Because the preparation you make today will foster the success of tomorrow. The preparation you embrace before the vows will determine the peace you enjoy after them. You can't fight battles you never trained for, and you can't grow a garden you never tended.